set here at night. Old Fawkes returns by firelight. Welcome back to Nikki's Nosh. And here's the old girl herself, Nikki Nosh.
What are you setting the world alight with today, Nikki?
Right, well, welcome back to Nikki's Nosh. I just saw these, and this is the Shambles, which, you know, everybody says, oh, you've got to go to the Shambles. Well, look at these pictures here. That's the Shambles, shoulder of mutton in, and they used to sell in the Shambles. They would be selling meat, you see. Generally, it was a meat place, and it became an inn. Because there used to be the market, used to be not here in the Shambles Market, but it used to be in Pavement, which is at the bottom of that street there, just beyond where the guy in the white coat type thing is. Just beyond there, that's the Pavement. But it's developed quite a bit over the years, but obviously the buildings are exactly the same, hardly changed. But obviously, oh, you can see here, look, you can see here the meat, that they were selling the meat, and it was the Shambles was called it's a derivation of Shambles, which is shelves, and you can see here, there, you can see the shelves which they would put out. And so the meat was just sitting on the shelf. Now you say, well, didn't it go off? Well, look, if you look up here, right, all the buildings are bending inwards. And the aim is it provided that it stopped the sun getting down the lane, as it were. And so consequently, the meat did not go off as fast. And because it's a narrow street, obviously if there was any wind, it would blow down the street. So there you are. And you've got... So you've got that, and so now the Shambles Market is it's starting to get festive look. It's even got albums. Really nice that. But generally it's got obviously a very much a eatery feel in this section, and there is crepe, which they make crepes, and then you can have them with all sorts of different things. Made in house York ham, cheddar, local free range egg, black pepper, Dijon mayo, update the house bacon. It's a complete galette at £10.50. But we'll come back here another time. And there's Miller's street food there. This whole place is low rent, I have to honestly say, because they're making money out of tourists. That's the point. It's a quite look. You see, you've got things like this. The shop that must be named, and it's just making loads and loads of money out of tourists. Then there's Hebden Tea, which is not. They are a genuine company. But you know, every day the Shambles is busy. But let's have a little look. What we're going to do is we are going to have something. There we are. We're at the Shambles Kitchen. Now, my niece has told me to come here so many times, and it's always been very busy. And we're going to go for the Beef Barbacoa, which is the Guy Fawkes, and of course it's the 5th of November today. So this is the inside of the Shambles Kitchen. Now they serve at the door here, right? So look, and that's the menu. But they have this thing that is not it's not on that list, is it?
It is, yeah.
It is?
Guy Fawkes Sandwich.
Where's the Guy Fawkes one?
Barbacoa. It's on.
Oh, it's the Beef Barbacoa Guy Fawkes. So there you go. That's the Beef Barbacoa Guy Fawkes, and that's £10.50.
It's in one of the pictures.
Sorry?
It's in one of the pictures there as well.
All right, there's some faded pictures here. Right, there's the Dick Turpin, the Guy Fawkes, the Dame Judy Hench, and the Harry Trotter. Well, there you go. So that's that. Please, could I have a beef barbacoa, please? £10.50. And here we are. Look, there it is on there. House smoked beef brisket braised in adobo with blowtorch cheddar cheese, shambles mayo, sriracha, and chipotle gunpowder. So there you are. That's what I'll be getting. The Guy Fawkes, and then they do a truffle puff. Pulled pork, truffle mayo, lettuce, parmesan at £10.50. So it's £10.50. It's a takeaway. So I'll be assessing it later on the takeaway. So there we are. So he's making it up, and you can see that there. Look, he's making up my beef barbacoa or Guy Fawkes. And here's the receipt. £10.50. Okay. So that's how much it is. Okay. Are we ready? Wait a minute. Here we go. And this is only done. Do you do it for every one of these, or do you do it only on
The Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes? Always.
Full quarter.
Oh, okay.
And my sister does want it.
All right. Here we go. Look.
There you go.
Look. Thank you. What's your name?
Amber.
Amber. Thank you ever so much. Most grateful. Thank you. My, it's a big sandwich, isn't it? Look at that. Right. So let's go through here. Woo. Well, it's quite a sandwich, this is, isn't it? It's really, especially for it being Bonfire Night. Now, I'm going to have to wait for that to just fizzle out. But we'll find a seat and try to eat. Sit myself down on this edge here. Oh, gosh. I'm creaky. I don't know how I'm going to eat all of this.
Slowly.
They put a sparkler in, which you know, it's quite appropriate for Bonfire Night, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only thing is, it'll be hot, won't it? I won't be able to pull it out easily.
No.
Oh well. That's the way. Right. Well, I'll just put that down there. I'm in the market here, and there's Miller's behind me, and there's a lady on the other side of this table here, and she's just having the prawns, which with an aioli sauce. It looks really nice, but obviously she's halfway through it now. I didn't film it, but unfortunately the camera seemed to stop working. Right, so here's my barbacoa, and it to be honest, it looks a bit like cow poo. But I think what I'm going to do is I have this. Yeah, I think you're supposed to just eat it. The beef brisket is cooked on the premises, and the bread is a focaccia. The meat, the brisket, it's got a nice tang to it, not overly spicy. £10.50, and then we've got some cheese, and we've got some gherkins on the top there. Cheese and gherkins, can you see that? And this is for Bonfire Night. And this is what they call their Guy Fawkes. You get a lot of brisket, a heck of a lot of brisket. It's not particularly attractive looking, but you get a lot of it, a lot. And it's got a bit of a tang to it, a bit of a spice to it, but not overly so. I would say probably a level 1, which is fine for me. Now, of course, in Britain, when I was a kid, I wouldn't be able to sit here with just a jumper on and a coat, because it was always, Bonfire Night was always an extremely cold night. and it was really, really cold. We're talking about 0 degrees in November. But nowadays, 50 years on, 60 years on, we were wrapped up really warm. Me, my sister and my cousin, we would go round to my cousin's house, and they had a slightly bigger house. We lived in a tiny little house, but a slightly bigger house, and so consequently they would have the fireworks then. But before that, we would do the penny for the guy. And generally you would go to you would go and stay at a football club or in the street, and you'd have a car. You would do it here, for example, in Shambles Market. You'd have a go-kart, and on there would be an effigy which you'd have made with a pair of some pajamas or an old jacket and an old coat and an old jacket of old trousers and whatever. And then you'd ask penny for the guy, and basically you would collect quite a lot. And the strange thing was that when you did that, is that after you got all the money, you could walk into a shop and buy all the fireworks yourself, because kids of even 5 could buy fireworks in those days. This is good. I was going to actually do 2 reviews, but I think this is so filling. Not only am I going to not do 2 reviews, but additional to that, I think this is going to be my evening meal as well as my lunch. The focaccia is beautiful. Big, hefty chunk of focaccia. I haven't got to the gherkins yet. Let's just see if I can grab a gherkin. There's a gherkin. They're good. You have to compare this, I suppose, to a burger, but it's brisket. I'm trying to apply the principles that I've done on my previous videos. Look at the concept of price. Is it the right price, and is it a fair price? That's the first point. Then we will look at the delight. Does the product, in this case, this beef barbacoa, does this product deliver on taste, on aroma, on flavour and look? Well, it looks enormous. Remember, they're in the Shambles, so they are satisfying really a tourist need rather than anything. They have no real need to do this, but they are very good at this. If this was in any town, I would buy it. So price, delight, and then honesty. Well, they're all honest ingredients. We've got locally sourced beef. We've got locally sourced made bread. We've got some decent trimmings. It's all been nicely prepared. A couple of serviettes. Applying the simple principles for a takeaway. Is the price right? Well, at £10.50, it's a little bit over the odds, but for what it is, for what you get for your money, if you're outside, you probably would pay a little bit less for this. Obviously, this is a city centre, and it's on the Shambles. Their rents are very, very high as well. So is £10.50 a fair price? Well, I think it is. You could, in theory, slice this in 2, and instead of a serving for 1, which is a big serving for 1, it could be a serving for 2. If it was a serving for 2, then we're talking about £5.25. So it's in a reasonable. It's in a reasonable zone on price. The food is good. I can taste lots of different things. The beef is tangy. The gherkins add to it. The sauces add to it. The sriracha sauce and whatever. We've got a good product here. So in terms of delight, yeah, I'd say yes, it passes muster. In terms of price, it's on the edge, I think. But it's a takeaway. It's not something that I bought from a supermarket and had to cook. A home review might expect you to be within the £5 mark. Takeaways, I tend to work on the basis, is it in the zone between £10 and £15? And this is in the zone. It's very close to £10. Price-wise, I think, yes, it gets a tick from me. In terms of delight, yes, it gets a tick from me as well. Honesty, well, it's 100% honest. I think I really honestly can say they're using quality ingredients. They've got a very limited menu, which they stick to, which is another important thing with a menu, is that they can only deliver. Now, there are other places. I mean, a lot of these places around here, a lot of their product, a lot of the stuff that they're selling, they just simply deep fry stuff that's bought from Booker's Wholesale. Whereas those guys are using quality materials that they've made on the premises themselves. So price, delight, and honesty all get ticks from me. We then go to the ones that really give us the points, okay? So the first one is good value. Does this offer good value? It could be a meal for 2 if you were a bit stingy or you just didn't feel like eating a lot. but I'm feeling hungry. I've not had any breakfast. I've been very, very busy. You say, well, where have you been, Nikki? I said, well, I've actually been, I've been fixing things at home. I have an IKEA wash hand basin on a cabinet in my bathroom, and the damn thing fell off in my hands almost, and I was busy holding it on. I had to stack it up, and I still haven't solved how to stop it from falling off the wall. But all the tiles were coming off the wall as well. Now, had I not been there, it would probably have fallen down, and it would have flooded my house, and it would have short-circuited all my electrics. So, but I'm having to fix that and have that fixed myself. Now, today is an MOT day, so that's me taken up with the MOT. But additional to that, I couldn't get my car out on Monday. Today's Wednesday. On Monday, I went. My friend came round and he said, I couldn't get your gate open, Nikki. So I goes to open the gate, and it's no good. I spent 4 hours trying to clear how to get. The gate is on a slider. It slides away. So I put the car in, shut the gate, and that's it. Well, I haven't had the car out for a while. So I've had a few crises. I've also been trying to reconfigure all my home automation, and I've got to do more of that. But additionally, this was a crisis. So I had a crisis with the wash hand basin, and then I had this crisis with the gate because I couldn't get the gate open. And I spent 4 hours trimming my bush and also digging on this rail, digging around the rail to no avail. And so what happened was I had to wait for some of my neighbours to come round, and I asked them if they will push it. You just sort of rammed it back into the along the rail, and it's now jiggered. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to buy 2 new gates. Because obviously for safety security purposes I really need to keep the gate shut. So that took out Monday, and I was so tired with all the exercise that I really needed yesterday to recover. So there you go, that's brought you up to date a little bit. I mean, I've had a lot of crises at home. It's not easy when you live on your own, when you haven't got anybody to help you on any of these things. Lenny at least is at home with his mother and barking, but I wouldn't have been able to look after him anyway, with the gates now not being able to be shut. So I have to leave the blooming gate open. But once upon a time I owned an engineering flat, and I sold all my engineering equipment to this guy Pete, and I'm hoping that Pete will be able to make me a steel gate, so it'll be a good strong gate that'll last my lifetime at least. But that's another thing I've got to sort out as well. Let's do the 3 things. Does this offer, is this good value? Yeah, it is. It'd be nice if it was under £10, nice if it was £9.50, but it isn't. It was £10.50. I think that's because of the Shambles. I can't say no, because if you came into York and you came into you say, does anybody recommend this place, the Shambles Kitchen? I would say, you have to pay York prices. And it's exactly the same round here as well. So you're paying a little bit more for being in the Shambles. So it's all to do with location. Does it offer good value? Yes, it does. The next one is, would I want to savour this again? Would I want to eat it again? I really would, actually. It's good quality food. It's excellent. So when it comes to savour again, yes, we're going to say savour again. I like the flavours, I like the textures, the aroma is good, the ingredients are fantastic, so I can't fault that. We get a tick, that gets a tick as well. So far it's got 2 ticks out of 3. So we would come to the recommended. If you are in York, there are a lot of places that will rip you off, really are. A lot of places that will rip you off as a tourist. Shambles Kitchen is not one of them. It's an honest place. It's supplying good quality food from good reputable provenance, a lot of it, and they are making it all themselves in-house. Now, there's not many places around here that actually are doing that. Comes to, will I recommend this? I wholeheartedly recommend the Shambles Kitchen. So that's for Cindy, my niece, who told me to come here. What facilities have I got around here? Well, I'm sitting at the bench seating, which you've seen before. I managed to, they're good sturdy benches. If it was raining and it's not raining, I'll show you. So, you've got lots of benches here. Can you see them? It's sort of shaded, in that obviously there's not that much wind. And so, there's a place that you can eat this food, which is great if it's in the centre of York. It is a takeaway. The only problem I've got now is I've got greasy hands. And greasy face. But they did give me two napkins. I think we're right. 1, 2, 3. We've got all three of them. So does the Shambles Kitchen in the Shambles in York, right? Does it get Nikki's nod? I said, yeah, it does. It does get Nikki's nod. So that's me done. I've enjoyed it, actually. Really has lifted my spirits. I'm looking forward to go. Hopefully, I'm just hoping that my car's MOT, it will have passed. If it hasn't passed, I think I'm going to be in trouble. But there you go. I may have to resort to buses. But that's enough from me. Please, if you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and please comment. It would be really nice if you do. And so until the next time, from me, Nikki at Nikki's Nosh. Cheers, my dears.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to Nikki's Nosh.